بقرآني وإيماني
وتكبيرات إخواني
بقرآني وإيماني
وتكبيرات إخواني.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to MashaAllah Institute of Quranic Memorization and Arabic Studies. I am Abbas Luqman and I'm welcoming you to the episode 2 of Learn Basic Tajweed with Abbas. Now, today inshallah, please once again, if you are yet to listen to the first episode we dropped, do well to listen to it so that it's going to help you on understanding what was said and what was explained in the first episode. So now, what we'll be looking into on this episode is فصل في أحكام الاستعاذة مع البسملة. So the class that explains how to recite isti'adha with basmala. So in a nutshell, what does isti'adha means for those of us that doesn't understand what the Arabic word isti'adha means? Isti'adha simply means A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Second, using Allah to seek refuge from shaitan. So by saying A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. So that's what we mean by isti'adha. And when you hear the word basmala, it simply means Bismillahi Rahmanir Rahim. With that being said, أحكامه أربعة. The rules in which we can use to recite isti'adha ma'al basmala, they are 4 in number. They are 4. Yeah, you had that right. You can jot that down. The first one is قطع الجميع. The next one is, which is the second one, وصل الاستعاذة مع البسملة. The third one is وصل البسملة بالسورة, while the last but not the least is وصل الجميع. Yeah, وصل الجميع. As you are listening and looking at this, what you are seeing on your screen, you can help yourself by jotting them down also. Now, let's move. The first one, which is قطع الجميع, it means stopping at each part. So a little elaboration, this is stopping at each part. What are the parts in which you need to stop at? The first part is the isti'adha part, the next part is the basmala part, and the last part is the bidayat surah, the beginning of the surah in which you are planning to recite. That is the last part. Exactly. Again, qat'u al-jami' means what? You say your isti'adha, which we've already explained what isti'adha means. You stop. You say your basmala, you stop. Then you start the recitation of the surah in which you are planning to recite. For example, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. You pause. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. You pause. الحمد لله رب العالمين. So that's the first way in which you can use to recite isti'adha with basmala with the beginning of the surah. Let's move. The next one is وصل الاستعاذة مع البسملة. Joining isti'adha with basmala, isti'adha and basmala, you recite it together in one breath. You won't pause when you are reciting these two, which means you join them together. وقطع بداية السورة. That's an addition. You recite isti'adha with basmala in one breath, as I said earlier, without pausing. Then you pause before you start the recitation of the Quran surah chapter in which you are planning to recite. For example, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. You pause. قل هو الله أحد. نعم. The next one is وصل البسملة مع السورة, which means قطع الاستعاذة ووصل البسملة بالسورة أو مع السورة. You recite your isti'adha, قطعه, you pause. Then ووصل البسملة بالسورة مع السورة أو مع السورة. Now you then join your basmala with the beginning of the surah in which you are planning to recite. Is that clear? Now, example, it goes this way. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. You pause, then you continue. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد. Now, the fourth one, the last one, but not the least, is وصل الجميع. So you'll have to have a long breath for you to be able to use this last part, which is joining them all together. What are you joining together? You are to join the isti'adha with the basmala, then with the beginning of the surah in which you are planning to recite. For example, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد. Now, so you recite them all in one breath without pausing. So you can choose from any of these 4 rules in which we can use to recite isti'adha with basmala. Anyone in which you feel suits your recitation, you are free to use it. Every single one of it is valid to be used by any one of us. Now, in addition, some of the scholars of the Quran, they let us understand that if and whenever we want to recite the Quran from the beginning, it's best we start with basmala, which is bismillah. But some also let us understand and let us take note that whenever we are planning to recite the Quran from the middle, it's best and we can just choose to recite and start our recitation with isti'adha only. So you can take note of that. Exactly. So which means this rule we explain now is best suited for you whenever you are planning to recite the Quran from the beginning. If you choose to use it in the middle, no offense. Exactly. So it's not like because you use it in the middle, whenever you want to recite from the middle of the Quran, you've committed a sin. No. But we have to let you know what the scholars say for this and for that also. With that being said, once again, I am Abbas Lukman and you are here at MashaAllah Institute. Yeah, MashaAllah TV. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for watching. Like, share. If you are yet to follow us, please do want to do that. And if you are yet to subscribe on our YouTube channel, Lillahi wa Rasuli, do that. Ma'assalam.